shining. I illuminate the rooms that I'm in. Timing, low-key ain't more crucial than alignment. That's why the flow is intertwined with Toby? And I'm defiling.
Yeah.
Every beat I'm on, even though I know it's wrong. To treat
From the
like
SWAT.
nothing after I
From the SWAT, Southwest They leave Texas. Those who don't know.
That my life is tied to giving hoodlums life despite the hoes.
And also, this is the Nothing show.
Oh, I love it.
I love doing that. I love it. Wakes everybody up. Is that
Yeah,
Tandy?
good morning.
Is that Tandy?
Good morning.
Is that Tandy there?
Hey, Billy Tandy. Just in
Right
time.
on time. Oh,
You don't know. You know I'm not the person. I should have started trying to hook up 3 hours ago. You know.
Are those headphones or earmuffs?
They're both, my friend. You're welcome. These are my. I got these. I wanted some Bluetooth ones that I went to Nordstrom's Rack and they were $10. Regularly $60. You know I had to get them. So
Regular
yes,
60? Yeah, you got to
regularly
get those.
60, and they're 10. So I'm comfy and I can hear you. Good morning. I'm sorry for being late. Hey y'all.
Well, now that Tandy's here, we can do a full-on introductions to Can't Tell Us Nothing show. An improv group out of Houston, Texas. Can't Tell Us Nothing is made out of 4 wonderful individuals: John, Tandy, Amici, and myself. We do scenes on discussions, opinions, topics, whatever. Just make up the scene on the spot, mix it in with the discussion like a nice little gumbo. But we have 2 other people on the call. I haven't met these 2 people. John, I think you know these individuals.
Absolutely.
What are they doing here?
So I snuck them in the back door of the podcast. No, this was a wonderful engagement. I was reached out to by this wonderful group from Belgium named the Sudden Knot to join their show and do a scene with them. And when I first got the message, I was like, oh my goodness, like, this is what I've been looking for. The world is opening up. We can actually connect with everybody from around the world. And of course, I got to do this show with this group from Brussels. And of course, they are in this group. You have Desi and you have Johan. They were so wonderful for me to invite me on. So I thought we had to return the favor. So for all the Can't Tell Us Nothing people watching, give it up for the Sudden Knot.
Thanks for having us, John, Tandy, and Antoine, and Amici.
Yeah, tell people a little bit more about who you guys are, how long you guys been doing improv, how you met. I want to know it all.
Well, we are both improvisers. I started doing improv in university many years ago. Then I moved, because I'm originally from Bulgaria, I moved to Brussels with my family. And I started doing improv in English here and later in French and sometimes in Dutch. That's a challenge. At some point, I met Johan on a workshop.
Yeah, that was in September 2019, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Our workshop, Love and Passion on Stage. Yeah, in English.
Short after the workshop, I reached Johan asking, hey, Johan, how are you? Let's start doing improv together as a duo. And he was, okay, strangely.
I was okay.
Does that happen often to you, Johan? Do you get a lot of reach outs for people to join their team?
It happens every day. No.
Yeah.
It only happened once.
Expect 4 more after today. So
there you go.
Yeah. But we started rehearsing then in December 2019, and we had 2 stage shows as a duo until the last one in March last year, and then of course with the pandemic, we had planned so many things, but we couldn't do them, so we moved online. Almost immediately.
And today, I will brag a little bit that we've been doing really great online, and we were happy to meet so many different people from all over the world. It's everything.
I think that's the most amazing thing of the or the positive thing which came out of that. We have met so many people all over the world, and so we inviting people and we play scenes together, and after that we have a little chat about what our guest is doing in the improv world and about projects and whatever. And it's so amazing, and it's always a treat to play with someone, or sometimes with duos or larger troops. A couple of times we did that as well. And that's so for some reason we found John in a show, and I thought, let's send him a message.
How did you find this dude?
I didn't even ask. I didn't ask. I was just like, okay.
And then the show with John. It was amazing.
It was a very fun show.
Spiders.
Yeah.
How do you find the improvisers that you do shows with?
Well, some people ask because we post every month a little flyer with the players, and we say, well, if you want to play with us, just reach out. But also we contact people ourselves. I mean, there are so many people online. Just send a message and ask, hey, do you want to play with us? And 9 out of 10 or 99 out of 100, they say it.
I mean, so we've talked about reaching out to other improv groups as well, and something that at least I've found when I've looked around is I feel like a lot of improv groups aren't great at social media presence. They may have a page here and there, but it doesn't get updated very often. Groups come together and break up, for any reason whatsoever. So it could be a little tricky to find those improv groups that you saw maybe a year ago and thought, let me see what they're up to.
I see what
we are very stable.
You're stable?
Yes.
Let me ask you, do you have you know how some people get a map and they put pins on all the places they want to visit or the places they've gone? Do you have a map of the world or the United States, and you're like, we want to do improv with a group from this state, we want to do this state? Do you do that?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that Johan has something like this with the people,
No, this time I don't. I haven't. No. We've done 105 shows, with different with guests. That's something we know. We count them, but apart from that, no. But that said, there are still many regions. Thinking back, we haven't found anyone to play with. Like for example, Africa as a continent, we haven't found many improvisers to play with, unfortunately. Asia, India, there's a lot of improv going on also online. Europe and the States, of course. I mean, the States is unbelievable. And then South America.
North Korea is tricky.
North Korea.
Is North Korea tricky?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
I gotta see their improv group, man.
I
have to see a North Korea improv.
I have a feeling they don't call their own scene. I think the scenes are called for you.
Yeah, scenes are called for you. I mean, that's what I would think, right? You can't go in there with any other expectations. But that's so you said South America, you said you haven't been able to find, or they have a really nice
no, we haven't really found anyone, I think, in South America to play with. Which is
Russia, by the way. I don't think improv is that popular in Russia for the moment, especially in English. So hopefully we'll find someone from there as well.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
Is it more common to find improv done in English in Europe, or is it pretty dependent on the country you're in?
In English is very popular.
That's good.
But sometimes in Belgium, it's also complicated because we have it's one of the smaller countries in Europe. We have 11 million people in Belgium, but we have 3 languages. So we have Dutch, about 60%. We have a French-speaking part, 40 or something more, and we have 2% is German-speaking. So that basically you have 3 communities with their languages, and then in the center in Brussels you have a lot of English. Yeah, there's an English-speaking community with the European Parliament and European Commission. So all expats living in Brussels, so they come also together for English improv.
Does each community have their own improv, like specific theater, and which one is the best?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, no.
I would say that French-speaking improv community, they do more like games and
short form.
They call match, coming from Canada.
Yeah.
In English-speaking community, it's more long form. And Johan can say more about the Dutch one. Not sure.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a mixture. We have a lot of long form. We also have the games coming from Canada. Yeah, a little bit of a mix, I would say. But it's all very new. I think improv in Belgium. Yeah, I mean the people who do
it's
improv
from the 90s.
No,
90s. It's from the 90s. Yeah.
90s, 92. That it really started. So it's still fairly new, I guess, because 4 years ago I started with improv. Well, basically I did a theater course, and because I wanted to do a little bit of theater, and the instructor said to me, well, to the group, he said, we are going to do improv because then we don't have to work with texts. And I thought, what is improv? I didn't have a clue what improv was 4 years ago. I mean, and many people don't know what it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I might be the same in the United States.
No.
Or
a lot of people in the United States think improv is stand up. They think it's the same thing.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times I told someone I do improv comedy, and so you do stand up. Oh, maybe I got to catch your stand up show.
Exactly.
And we have a comedy club here called the Improv that just does stand up.
Yeah,
there's no improv at the Improv.
You have to force them to change their name. You have to force them to change their name.
Yeah. Or start a club called the Stand Up and just do improv.
And just improv. We also like to do drama pieces, long form, but you have to warn the audience because otherwise they will say, "Hey, you were not funny at all." Yeah, okay. It's not the idea.
So that's interesting because a lot of times, because we teach improv as well, and a lot of times when I teach, I tell people don't worry too much about being funny. Actually, try to make fun choices, try to be interesting, but don't go for the jokes, so to speak. But you guys do like drama improv. So what inspired you to do that, and like how's that been going?
Well, I have a theater background, and maybe it came from there. I don't know. Also, I like improv form that kind of looks like a theater play, but it's improvised theater play, which is great. I also teach. I taught a class called Chekhov and Chekhov, based on Michael Chekhov's technique and based on Anton Chekhov's plays. And this is what I really like in improv, and I think Johan likes it too. So he teaches another class, film noir, again. Very theatrical.
Yeah. I think my angle is the same. I just like it because I'm absolutely not funny at all. And going for the joke is really also not my thing. I don't think I will be able to do so. But I mean, I love drama and the tension you build up Grounded. Why do you laugh, Desi? But that being said, just forget everything. If you do a drama thing, the audience can laugh too, because you can have a serious situation, but in the next scene, you see the same grounded characters, and they do funny choices, and there's a funny situation, and the audience laughs. And that difference between being a bit lighthearted or the laugh, and then the serious thing in the next scene, and see how the characters evolve or change. We just love to do that. It's that's amazing. Yeah, it's. I think there are so many types of improv, and every style is. If you want to do it good, it's difficult. I mean, you really have to train and rehearse, and very nice short form, quick scenes are so hard to do. Yeah, and then a long form is with a drama is also hard to do, and using techniques, and it's just amazing to be able to bring something which the audience likes. So
I got a scene idea. All right. We cut to guy coming out of a stand-up comedy club. Excuse me, sir. Ms. Amici, is that your name?
Yeah.
You told me that this was going to be the funniest stand-up comedian that I've ever seen. And this guy went out there and he just talked about how miserable his life was. And he started crying on stage.
That was my favorite part. Those tears were real. He was really, really upset.
I mean, yeah, but I didn't see the punchline in what he was saying. I mean, it didn't seem like he was telling jokes. It seemed like he was confessing his divorce and love and separation.
Losing his kids,
losing his kids. I mean, I didn't think that was fun. I know there's truth in comedy,
right?
But I mean, that didn't sound like truth. It sounded like legal facts that he has to go through in his divorce.
You didn't see anything funny about that?
I didn't see the joke.
I mean, I thought it funny because I'm not experiencing any of that stuff. So, it's nice to laugh at somebody who is. Right?
That just sounds horrible, dude. I'm not trying to laugh at anybody. I wanted to laugh at a joke.
That was a packed house of like 70 people who were all laughing. You must have been the only one not laughing because we all found it hilarious.
Well, maybe because I went through a divorce or something, I didn't find it all that funny.
There it is. You should get up there and tell your own life problems. Maybe you'll see the humor in it then.
Oh no, man! I'm not a comedian. I'm an accountant, man. I was just really into my job, and I lost my wife. Right?
That's kind of funny. Hey guys,
I'm sorry. I just heard your conversation. I'm the manager here from the stand-up comedy house. Yeah, we actually are looking for an accountant to go on stage.
You need an accountant to go on
stage? Yeah. I mean, people like to have a better contact to numbers.
Really?
Yeah. You look to be a guy who can do that, saying some funny jokes about numbers.
I crack a couple of jokes around the office here and there,
I know. I see you laughing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm like one of the funniest accountants in the department.
Okay.
So here's what I'll do. All right, because I didn't like that last stand-up. That guy was horrible. All right, you need to get him some counseling. That's what you need. I'll go out there and I'll do some jokes, and if the pay is right, we might have a nice little agreement.
I think we can make an arrangement. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Of course, you have to come tomorrow night. You have 6 minutes. Tomorrow night, 6 minutes. 6 minutes. Yeah. So do something with 6, and then go for it, man. Go for it.
It sounds like you're trying to write my jokes for me. You want me to write a joke about 6? Is that what goes on here?
Yeah.
6 is a hot number right now.
Yeah. That's really a hot number.
Can I ask a question here? Just because this just happened so fast. Did you tell the last comedian to talk about his divorce on stage?
Yes.
Whoa, man. The suspense was killing me.
That 6-second pause. Wow.
Scene. 6 is so hot right now.
6 is
It's a hot number right now.